This story is about the way a leading family in the Evergreen community avoided what could have been a real serious problem. Mrs. Ball, wife of the owner, editor, the head of the Canyon Courier, obviously wanted to be there for their daughter, and maybe a little indulgent, I don't know. But they're good people, excellent people. No, never heard a bad thing about the Balls at any time. So when I got a complaint that kind of centered around them, I was, a little skeptical at first. But it came to me from two girls that were one of many girls and boys that we had, that straight shooters, that if they told you something, you could believe it. You didn't have to hold an investigation to check on the facts. And what they said, in effect, was that they were among those that were indignant and angry at Mrs. Ball and their daughter and her daughter's friends. The reason for the anger at Mrs. Ball was that, in their opinion, they said, the fact that they knew it was the truth, that Mrs. Ball had been hauling the daughter and her friends around to TP other people's houses. Well, that didn't sound quite right. So I asked, do you personally know this to be the truth? Yes. Well, okay. So I sympathized with them, that I could understand them being upset and angry. I was imagining that their houses had been TP'd. I can't remember if our house was TP'd. I think maybe it was once. Either our house was, or I helped clean up somebody else's house, and that is a mess. That they take those rolls and they throw it, and there's toilet paper way up in the trees. It's in your bushes, in the grass. It's a mess. And you try to get it all up, and you just can't. And then it rains, and then it gets all yucky, and it's not a joke. Although I think kids that do it try to convince their parents, oh, it's nothing, we didn't do anything bad, it's just fun, we're just having fun. Well, I'm sympathizing, and then they say, well, we got carried away a little bit there. We're here to tell you that there's a real problem, and the real problem, tell me? Well, they said a bunch of kids are going to get even. They're planning, and I've forgotten when they said, but in terms of the time that they were telling me, it was within, I think, a week, that they had set a time, and they were gathering up red paint, and they were going to go by that house some night and throw red paint on the driveway, on the house. They were going to get even in a mean way. I don't suppose they realized just how damaging that would be to a piece of property. So I told the kids, well, thank you for trusting me with the information, and I don't know what to do, but I'll think about it and do as much as I think I can. I'm not sure I can do anything. So they were satisfied, left. I mulled that over a little. And I don't know if I talked it over with my wife or with Mr. Frost, or maybe it was even after Mr. Finch was there. I don't know if I talked it over with people or not, but I finally concluded that the only sensible thing to do is call Mrs. Ball and just tell her, this is what I hear, and this is what I hear they're planning, and I don't know, I don't know what I'd do if I were in your situation, but I think I should tell you what I know. She couldn't have been nicer. Oh, she said, my goodness, I think I should have known that that wasn't a good thing. She didn't say she had been involved, but she said she should have known that TPM houses was not a smart thing for her kid to be involved in. She didn't incriminate herself in any way. Well, I don't know if a week went by or 10 days or what, but not too long after that, the two girls stopped by and said, "Guess what? Mr. and Mrs. Ball held a real nice party and invited all the junior high kids to stop by." And the kids that were going to do the red paint thing seem to have decided that won't be necessary. What smart, sophisticated, intelligent people. And how grateful I am to you two young ladies, whoever you are and wherever you are, for trusting me and coming and telling me so that I could pass the word and save a lot of grief in a lot of families. I salute you.